everyone. Hey you. Welcome to another tutorial on Canva. So if you've seen in my past videos, I've done one on color palettes and I've done one on brand consistency using any Canva template. So I want to dive into a little bit more when it comes to Canva templates and utilizing those. So in my last video, I had a graphic that was really similar to this that said happy birthday. It was originally this one right here. So let me just show you. It was this one. We tweaked it, changed kind of what it said, and changed the colors and stuff. So this is what I have done with it since then. And what I want to show you is here's a really great way to keep brand consistency with the same look and the same colors and things, no matter what you're posting. Okay, you're going to have certain templates on here that you're going to scroll through, and some of them are just going to speak to you like, I like this one or I like that one. And there's ways to get that looking very consistent with your brand. Okay, so for this one, real quick, I just want to mention that what you can do is recycle and reuse. And what I mean by that is often you just change out a photo, change out what the words say, like this one now says your brand guide or your style brand or brand style, sorry. And I've just changed the photos here. So basically, depending upon what I want to talk about in my post or wherever I'm going to put this, I will change the pictures to reflect what that is. And I may change what it says because people are going to get used to seeing this style of post. And then this is just going to give them kind of a header as to the topic that I'm going to have in the caption part of my post. And the photos add to that as well. So if I'm talking about brand style and you see these pictures, you're going to know that I'm going to be talking about colors or how colors relate to your brand. But the nice thing about Canva is if you pick one graphic and you're like, okay, I got these set up, but now I want to add something else. You can go over here and pick something like this. Say, I like the look of this, but I want to change it to look more like my style, okay? You can change the background, you can change the lettering. I'm probably going to change the lettering because that's not my font style. So, and right here, you get this little thing where it will change all of that font to the font that you just changed to. So it's going to change this, I can't quite read it, to Montserrat. So it changes that. But it didn't change this because it is a different style. So I'm going to change it too. So I'm going to put right here, brand designer, and you see how it's so huge. I'm going to actually make that a lot smaller. So let's just make it 30. Let's see how that is. Okay. That's really teeny tiny. So I can make that bigger. But I like the look of this. All I'm doing is just tweaking, just adjusting. I like how this is put on here, but I don't like the wood grain or the pen. What can I do? All right, I'm going to go through here and maybe I could use the same thing I just used with the compass, or I can go back and see what I've used before. I may pick up this color palette, and now my white lettering doesn't stand out too well. Here's two options. I can put a background behind it and drag that down, and it's already picking up my brand color. I could straighten those out or just play around with that, maybe even lighten it up by making it a little bit transparent so you can kind of see that behind it. So see, I took a template and just adjusted it. Now, if you're saying I'm not the creative type, I can't do that, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Just grab the templates you like and keep going. So you're going to add something else. Pick about anywhere from 3 to 4 really good ones that you want to use often. Pick a few more. That way you'll have something for maybe a promotional item, a special testimonial, or whatever it is. But you can go through here and just add a bunch of the ones that you like. Okay, so if I like this one and I like this one here, and then I'm going to change those eventually. And just get you some that you really like look at all of them here using this little grid view. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to plug in your colors. And what I like to do is where there's already like this light color background for a quote here, I'm just going to plug in my neutral background colors. Okay, so that's pretty simple. If there's already a dark color somewhere, plug in your dark colors. If there's a light color somewhere, plug in your light colors. If there's like this one, it's got that little shadow behind there, and you want to make it match your brand colors, but this is not your color pink or whatever. The overlay is black, but in here in effects, this is your shadow color. So I might change it to my pink color, or maybe a yellow, because I don't want it to be too dark. Or I could just go with that. It's really up to you. I kind of like, yeah, I like this. I like the yellow. It pops. Because this is already an image, I might just change this one here to that or something else. Who knows? I've used this one before. Okay, so all you're doing is going through here and picking out the templates that you like that you want to reuse. So that way, once you have them all through here, and say you're going to talk about, like, if I'm going to talk about my brand guide. Okay, so I'm probably going to use this template. Might change out the photos occasionally, change what my topic title is going to be, and just download that one graphic, not the whole kit, but just the one that I need. And I'll do that by clicking the drop down and selecting only page 2. I don't need all these other pages because it'll download everything into a zip folder. I just want page 2, and then you'll click done and it'll download just that one for you. So this helps when you're wanting to be very consistent with your brand. So you're taking these templates, picking out the ones you like, adjusting them to have your colors. Then this is a one and done type thing. Once you have 5 or 6, or if you're wanting to have quite a few to pick from, make sure they all have a similar look and feel to them. So that way it matches your brand. If your brand is about something that's cozy and warm and natural or woodsy or something, you're going to pick a lot of themes that are going to have something similar in that regard. Okay. Mine, I like neutrals, but I like that little pop of color. So you kind of see that here and there, and even with the pinks or yellows. So that's how mine looks. Now, yours is going to look different depending on your color palette and what your brand stands for. So once you have those things figured out, then picking your templates, plugging in your colors, playing around with it. You know, one day I may have used a different version of these for a while and then decide I'm going to swap out the pink and the white. So now this will be white and that will be pink. That's perfectly fine. It's not going to be a big deal. But whatever topic I'm going to speak on or post about, I'm going to use something to introduce that. And it's going to be something that's very consistent. That way people will get to recognize it. Because if they're scrolling through their feed, they're not really going to see the name as quickly as they're going to see the graphic that I put up there to post. So that's why building that consistency through whatever templates and things that you pick is very important. And plugging in your colors, your pictures and styles, your fonts and things. So if I had 10 or 15 here, then all I gotta do is go grab the one I need it and plug it in when necessary. So this helps if you're planning out a lot of content for maybe a month or 2 months or weeks at a time or whatever it is, you'll already have the photos or graphics that you know you're going to plug in for that content, and you can style them accordingly. So that's a little quick tip on how you can utilize Canva, get all your templates, adjust them to your design style, then they are there when you need them. It's kind of a one and done thing, and if you want to add more templates later or swap them out, you can, but definitely pick a select few that you're going to continue recycling and reusing, and just either changing out photos or changing out topic or title or words that are on it or quotes. So that way people just visually get to see that consistency and know that when they see that, if they keep seeing this style here, they're immediately going to know who it is without having to look at the little bitty name on the top of Instagram or Facebook and see whose post it was. So that's what this does for you. So I hope that's been helpful. Please send me some feedback. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. I will read those and respond to those, or even make another tutorial if necessary. So thank you. Have a great day. I hope this is helpful. Go out and be consistent with your brand.